Hi guys, it's me, and I thought I would just spend a couple of minutes sitting down, having a nice cold beer, and catching up with life. So if you want to join me, pour yourself a cold one, and let's chat. Hi guys, it's me, and I am enjoying a can of Crazy Cowboy American Lager. So I was in a liquor store, as I have occasionally been known to frequent, and I saw this sitting on a shelf. It was on its own. There were no other cans that looked anything like this. I've never heard of this beer before, never seen it before in my life. When I picked it up, it spoke to me for some reason. I tried to bring it up, it couldn't be rung up. It's like this random thing that didn't exist that just turned up in my path, almost like the law of attraction sent it to me. But it spoke to me because I've always wanted to be a cowboy. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a cowboy. That's why I moved to America. I swear I knew I was going to come and live in America from when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And it's cowboys that really inspired me. Um, I think it's because I grew up on a farm and I rode horses, and I could ride a horse before I could even walk. I could definitely ride a horse before I could ride a bike. Didn't learn to ride a bike until I was in my 20s. Um, but a cowboy, that just, it seemed like an amazing life. Thundering around on horses all the time, shooting guns, camping out. Like, when you're a little boy, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? And it's more than that. I think it was just the freedom, the promise of freedom. That's what being a cowboy is all about. And England tends to be a country in which, you're very much meant to know your place, and the tallest nail gets hammered down. People in England, they love the underdog story as long as the underdog doesn't get too big for its breeches, at which point you have to knock it down a peg or two. We Brits love to knock things down a peg or two and knock people down a thing or two. And that's completely different to America. And, you come to America and people admire people with wild and wacky dreams and ambitions. And even if you fail as an entrepreneur, people admire the entrepreneurial experience. Everyone comes to America because the American dream. And I'm living the American dream, and I couldn't think of living anywhere else. I really, really couldn't. And for me, I decided I was going to be a writer when I was like 8 or 9 years old as well. Because my mother was a writer. She used to hammer away at keyboard. And I remember at school, we had one writing project in particular where they gave us a list of characters and we were told to write a story about them. And I sat at my mother's big electric typewriter and I hammered it away. And I just really got captured by the whole thing. It was like, wow, these are characters and I can make them do what I want. And they can go on adventures and they can see things. And I wrote ever since. And I love it. And to me, it's been so exciting. Coming to America gave me the mental freedom to pursue writing. Because like in England, it was like, oh, British people are very keen to kind of stomp on people's dreams. Like, oh, you want to be a writer? Well, you'll never make a career from writing. Be sensible. Become a solicitor or something, and you can do writing on the side. And I was like, I don't want to do writing on the side. I want to be a writer. Like, I want to be a writer. I want to be like Ernest Hemingway or Ian Fleming or Lee Child or something like that. Somebody who makes a living from writing. And I've done it. And I'm very much on the track to being able to do it again. And that's my wild and woolly ambition that I've had since I was a kid. And I don't think I could have done it anywhere other than America. That's the wonderful thing about this country. And I kind of feel like a cowboy out here. I know I live in New Jersey, in the suburbs of New Jersey, and it doesn't seem very cowboyish, but I'm really lucky to be able to live a life that kind of bucks the trend of how you're supposed to live. Your 9 to 5 and your boring commute and your boring car and things like that. It's like I'm pursuing this crazy wild dream, but I'm getting far enough ahead in it that, people are starting to have to take me seriously, and that's exciting. That's really exciting. That's why I moved to America. Yeah. And I don't know, kind of run out of steam with that. But it's interesting drinking this beer. Yeah, this beer talked to me, and this beer said I should make a video while I'm drinking it. And I will confess, this beer is not very good. It's apparently made in La Crosse, Wisconsin, so I think it's just a bog standard, generic American adjunct lager, but tastes like America. There's nothing better than that. Right. Well, friends, it's been fun catching up, and I will catch up with you at some other point in the future. Until then, cheerio. I'm Roland Hume. I've sold 67,000 copies of my books. If you want to find out how I did it, I've got a link right here you can click. And otherwise, don't forget to subscribe. I've got more videos coming soon. Thank you.